welcome back to my channel. Today I have a February message for all of the Aquariuses out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Aquarius out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week. I also want to point out, guys, that if you look down in the description box, you will notice that I now have an Etsy shop. So if you have been wanting to book your own private session with me, please look down in the description box and click the link. Without further ado, let's get into your message, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, you know the drill. We are going to do a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Aquarius this upcoming month, Spirit? All right, we are starting out at the Ace of Wands. So a lot of my Aquariuses, you're going to be sort of like, you're going to have some success. There's a lot of, maybe some of you are going to have a new job. Maybe you're going to be inspired to take action on something. I just really feel that this is going to be very fortuitous for you. So this is great. This is a great type of energy to be in. All right, let's see what additional information we've got here for Aquarius this upcoming month. What additional information and insight can you offer Aquarius this month? I tell you, I have not used this deck for my own personal spreads for here as the primary one for a while. And I feel all this energy is just because it just wants to come out. Either that or there's a lot going on in the collective. All right, let's see here. What additional information and insight can you offer Aquarius this month? What additional information and insight can you offer Aquarius this month? One more, please. Do we want these two? We do. Okay. Ah, that makes perfect sense here, Aquarius. Okay. All right, Aquarius, we're going to go ahead and get started right away. So first card up represents where you currently are. And as I mentioned earlier, you are at the Ace of Wands. So this is good energy. So this is sort of like a new beginning. And we are in a new year. So I do sort of feel that what this truly represents is that, I mean, just looking at everything, okay, I'm sort of getting two different messages here. So for some people, this is going to really represent sort of like a new relationship that's going to be coming in. Normally I would see that in an Ace of Cups, but it's just kind of, let's just go with it. I'm just going to go with it. I'm not even going to sit here and question it. Okay. So with this Ace of Wands, this truly can represent sort of a new enterprise, new ways of making money, new inspired, you know, inspirations and decisions and a new job. So I really feel that ultimately this is good energy. I want to point out that a lot of this energy is really going to be divinely guided to you here, Aquarius. So what I want you to really do is I want you to just really be open to that. Okay, really be open to the inspired ideas. Ultimately, I'm also going to tell you that it's going to be very important that you make choices based off of these inspired actions and inspirations, because ultimately Wand is really about taking action. It's really about setting forth a plan in order to make whatever inspired, you know, ideas that you get, make them become a reality, like bring them into fruition. Okay. Now, what is your theme this month? I feel that your theme this month here with the Eight of Wands is really that it's just a lot of energy that is coming at you very quickly. This could be communication. I do want to point out that what they're also telling me is that it's really important for you to pay very close attention to how you are communicating to yourself internally. So if you are truly not listening to how things sound in your mind when you're listening to them, you need to become more aware of that. Also understand that, you know, I feel like the way that messaging is coming across globally in the collective is kind of fast. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be coming very quickly, and it's going to throw a lot of people off. Like I'm not even going to lie. I feel like we're going to discover something. Something is going to be released to the collective, and it is going to break people's hearts like you would not believe. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I just want to point out here that there is a lot of energy that is changing for the collective as a whole. And so it's going to come fast. And I just feel that we're all being sort of pushed to make this transition and to learn to sort of come into our own. Okay. So what are you accomplishing this month? So you have the Three of Swords here, and I feel that what you're accomplishing is that you are healing some old wounds that you might currently have. I do want to point out that I feel that these old wounds might be associated with past love relationships. This is why I feel it was coming up, because when I look at the Ace of Wands, I have the Lovers in reverse with the Devil energy. So that ultimately tells me that there could be some of you who have had really bad relationships in the past where you just really felt that it was toxic and that it wasn't actually fulfilling you in any way, and it was just not something that was healthy for you, right? And so I just want to point out that if they actually come in, okay, if they come in and try to communicate with you, it's going to be very important for you to remember your heart-centered space. Really come into alignment with what you truly desire moving forward, right? You don't want to go backward, you want to go forward, okay? So I really feel for others of you, this Three of Swords is really about you really coming to a better understanding of how you are hurting yourself when it comes to certain things that you are, like maybe the way that you're communicating with yourself, or maybe some old beliefs or some old behaviors that you haven't fully corrected, okay? Ultimately, I feel that it's just healing, right? You are ultimately healing yourself. And when I look at healing, I look at it from the perspective, Aquarius, of, you know, aligning to your divine essence, aligning to that higher aspect of yourself that is whole and complete all on its own, okay? Now, what do you need to avoid? Okay, we have the Lovers here in reverse. And I feel that the message is going to be quite simple. You do not want to avoid, you do not want to be involved in relationships that are not mature. And you don't want to be involved in relationships with individuals that don't know how to make their own choices. You don't want to be codependent, okay? So I feel this is what you need to avoid. I really feel that you're being asked to really explore not only the relationships that you have with other individuals here, Aquarius, but the relationship that you have with yourself. Really identify how you are being codependent. Recognize, are you codependent on someone else? Are you codependent on spirit? Okay, and what I mean by being codependent on spirit is that you constantly ask spirit for things and you ask spirit to reveal things to you, but you don't take any action. Okay, because ultimately this Ace of Wands with this Eight of Wands is about taking guided action. You are being inspired with all of these amazing ideas and opportunities that are being presented to you, but you're just letting them fly by you because you're coming from a place of lack and you're not making a decision. You're not making mature decisions to love and to honor each one of those opportunities as they present themselves, right? You ultimately, what you want to embrace, okay, which is your heart of your reading, is the Ten of Cups. You want this ultimate fulfillment and joy. You want this happy family, happy home. You want to be successful. You want to feel so joyous, right? But you're not making the choices that you need to make, right? You're being codependent in some way. So I really feel that what Spirit really wants you to do here is really examine that. And the reason I say codependent is because the Devil is right underneath the Lovers, okay? And devil energy is really about the temptation that we often go through to, rely on something from our past, especially since it's in your past. Where are you relying on past patterns and past behaviors because you, in your mind, you think here, Aquarius, that it's going to fulfill you, that it's going to make you feel safe, it's going to give you that happy family, happy home. But in reality, it isn't. Right? Because this Three of Swords, it's only going to lead you to pain, right? Pain somewhere along the line. So what you're needing to really embrace here is, first and foremost, you need to really identify where you need to heal yourself internally, okay? The Lover's card can truly represent a divine union, right? But when it's in reversed, the way I'm seeing it is that Spirit is really trying to get you to see how you are not being divinely loved or lovable to yourself in any way, right? The Lovers is about two individuals who are mature, who make conscious choices, who are at the same vibrational level, and they come into union together to create the ultimate couple, okay? But if you're not in alignment with your higher self, then ultimately you cannot make decisions, right? You're going to naturally gravitate towards old patterns, old behaviors, right? The devil energy really speaks about all that glitters isn't gold, right? So we might, and it also represents illusions here, Aquarius. So understand that if you're believing in a specific illusion that it's going to fulfill you with this Ten of Cups and make you happy, Spirit is letting you know, no, it's not, because the Three of Swords is right behind it, right? It's only going to continue sort of making a particular wound bleed. What they're really wanting you is to explore the depths of what this pain is, right? Where in your ego do you need to sew things up? Where do you need to mend those things? How do you need to heal those things? What is it that you're truly lacking? What is it that you're truly afraid of, right? That's really what Spirit is wanting you to explore here, Aquarius. So with this Embrace card, what it's really wanting you to tune into is tune into your higher self. Your higher self knows exactly what it is that you need, and allow your higher guidance and your higher self to truly fulfill you by providing you with the answers that you seek. Okay. Now, what is the obstacle you're going to face? You have the Page of Swords here. And what I want to point out is that, and it's in reverse. So I feel that what this Page of Swords truly represents is it represents knowledge, right? You're not being open to the knowledge that Spirit is trying to give you here. And because I feel that it's so new and it's so unknown to you, you're just kind of closing yourself off to it completely here, Aquarius. And so Spirit really wants you to know you need to walk that line. You need to really tiptoe across this line, because what you're doing right now, what you're experiencing, what you're currently going through here, Aquarius, is you're exploring something new. You are in the process of truly exploring something brilliant, right? There is an older part of you, okay? And a lot of that has to do with this devil energy and this Lovers in reverse here, right? There's this old part of you, right? There's old beliefs, old, ways of doing things that you need to sort of explore and come to terms with. You need to embrace them and recognize that they don't truly create abundance for you, right? Because you're not already seeing yourself as abundant. You're not seeing yourself as prosperous. And so you need to sort of truly explore that and recognize where that golden nugget really is. Like, you need to explore that, okay? Because a new you is going to be born, right? Like, that's the whole reason why oftentimes Spirit, tells us to constantly, meditate and to focus and to journal and to write, because that is where the golden nuggets lie. The golden nuggets lie in the depths of our own curiosity and exploration. So I feel that your obstacle here is you really learning to understand and being open to a new way of doing things, right? You're having to learn something all completely, and you're just sort of, you're like, nope, I don't want to learn anymore. Like, I'm done. I don't, I want it my way, right? And Spirit is saying, no, we're trying to give you a better way of doing this. We're trying to give you a better understanding. We're trying to give you a better life, right? So you have to be open to that. Now, what is your support? Your support is the devil. I am going to clarify this, though, because you're not the first sign to get the devil here in this support. So what I want to point out here is that I feel that your support in this is, I feel that you need to see the illusions for what they are, right? I feel that Spirit is really wanting you to sort of see it and recognize how you are being played. How are you being manipulated? Are you being the one that's manipulating yourself? Are you the one that's sabotaging yourself, right? How are you being tempted? And are you succumbing to that temptation? Like, those are the questions you really have to ask yourself. That is where your support lies. Because I feel that the more that you explore those questions here, Aquarius, the deeper and the better you're going to understand your current situation and how to get out of it. So let's go ahead and clarify it. So Spirit, why is the devil here as the support for Aquarius? Why is the devil here as the support for Aquarius? Why is the devil here as a support for Aquarius? All right, so we got the Page of Pentacles with Temperance. And why is the devil here as a support for Aquarius? Why is the... Whoa. Okay, with the Ten of Swords. Okay. All right, Aquarius. So I feel that what this truly, your support is recognizing that, you know, you have ultimately asked Spirit to transform your life. You have ultimately asked Spirit to sort of intervene, right? Understand that, you know, Spirit is trying to give you an opportunity, and the opportunity that's being presented to you here is choice. You get to choose, right? And when Spirit presents you with something, because you have this Page of Pentacles, right? Spirit gifted this page a pentacle. He gets to choose what he does with this coin. He can choose to spend it, he can choose to ignore it, or he can choose to plant it, right? So the question you have to ask yourself is, what seeds are you planting here, right? And understand that when some, you know, understand that this is about really transforming. It's about learning how to be, to look at things in moderation, right? Understanding that things take time, right? So we can't automatically change a pattern or a behavior. We can't change, I'm sorry, I'm making sure that this is still recording. We can't change a pattern or behavior overnight. It takes time. It takes consistency, right? But what Spirit is wanting to reassure you and to let you know is that the worst is almost over. You are almost at the end of this. So what they really need you to do is really dig in. They're wanting you to explore. Now, what's your action? Okay. Your action is the Nine of Pentacles, okay? The Nine of Pentacles speaks of independence and it speaks of hard work, okay? I want you to understand here, Aquarius, that your support is basically that if you can allow yourself, to take this pentacle, okay, this opportunity that Spirit has given you, and you accept it wholeheartedly and openly and do the exploring and plant it, look how many more more pentacles you're going to receive. You're going to be able to reap massive rewards, right? And what are the rewards? What are the rewards that you are going to be, you know, receiving? A new life, a new way of being, your wish being fulfilled and being granted, okay? Because your advice and your encouragement is the Death card. The Death card truly speaks about, you know, something old must come to an end before something new can take its place, right? And you're wanting that something new. You're wanting that new life. You're wanting that new experience, but you have to be willing to let go of the old ways of how you were doing things because it no longer applies in the place that you're going to. And ultimately, how do you do that? You got to find balance, right? You have to find balance and you have to learn to embrace opposites, right? So that means that this is really about you learning to be in balance and be in flow with what transpires and what comes at you. And understand that, you know, in order to make something really be equal, okay, you have to understand that sometimes, you know, you have to embrace the opposites of what transpires, right? You might think that it's going to look a certain specific way, and then it turns out to be something completely opposite of what you expected, right? But understand that, you know, spirit sees the bigger picture. They can see the reasoning behind why it is sort of revealing itself to you in that way, right? Because it's leading you to something better than you could have even imagined for yourself. So this is your message here, Aquarius. I absolutely love this. We are going to draw an additional card. We are going to be drawing from the magic of unicorns. I love unicorn energy. It is ninth dimensional energy, so it is high frequency. So let's go ahead and see what additional information Spirit has for you here. What additional information and insight can you offer Aquarius this month, Spirit? What additional information and insight can you offer Aquarius? What additional information and insight can you offer Aquarius? Okay. All right, Aquarius. We have number 36, be a beacon, be an inspiration, light the way for others. This is an absolutely beautiful card. And I really feel that what Spirit really wants you to know with this message is that, you know, you might feel that you're all alone and that no one is really watching you or observing you, but there are people around you that actually are observing you. Understand that there are people on the other side who have not come into this life yet, that are watching our every move, and they're inspired by the actions that we take, right? Even your higher self is observing everything that you're doing. Your ancestors are observing what you are doing, and they are becoming inspired by the actions, the conscious actions that you take daily. So let's go ahead and read what it says in the book. All right, so number 36, be a beacon. This is the card of the way shower. For you are a beacon, a light who illuminates the path for others and gives them hope. As a spiritual flame, you hold within your energy fields the keys and codes of the knowledge, information, and wisdom that you have earned on your soul journey. Without you being consciously aware of it, your aura reaches out and awakens gifts, qualities, and hidden possibilities in those around you. When your unicorn illuminates your aura, your light sparkles, and your presence alone can lift people energetically and make them feel better. You will find many are drawn to you. You don't have to do anything, just be yourself, for you are already helping many to wake up spiritually. This is an important task, and your guidance is to shine your light more strongly. To do so, make sure you are properly grounded. Be positive, smile, and be happy. Ask Archangel Gabriel to pour shimmering diamond light into you and your unicorn to fill your aura with Christ light. Then radiate this divine light. When you do so, the heavens can see you, and not only will unicorns and angels bestow grace upon you, but many great masters and illuminated guides will approach you in order to help you or work with you. You have every reason to be delighted with your spiritual progress. So, Aquarius, this is your beautiful message for this month. Ultimately, my advice to you is simple. Spirit is inspiring you to take action in your life. Remember to align yourself with the things that you ultimately want to be fulfilled with, right? You want this happy life. You want this new life. Allow what needs to die, and just remind yourself to be in the flow. Really examine the depths of, the illusions that are in your everyday life, and allow them to die so that you can create more abundance, more prosperity, more love, more beauty in your day-to-day life. So this is your message, Aquarius. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next month with your new message. Namaste, guys.